Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 40 of the Fit in 10 Challenge. Time is ticking. We are moving. Like I said, before you know it, this challenge will be over. Day 40. You got to send me your feedback. The feedbacks are dwindling. So send me your feedback. Send me 5 things you are thankful for. And, I think I should start sending these videos out periodically through text message because I don't think a lot of people check Slack. In fact, I know they don't because I post stuff in there sometimes and people never seem to see it. So if you get annoyed by being text messaged by me, too bad. Okay. All right, somebody asked me what's more important for fat loss, weight training or cardio? They seem to think cardio would be more important for fat loss. All right, so when you're doing cardiovascular work, you are, more than likely you're burning more calories than when you are weight training. Now, I say more than likely because typically that is the case. When may it not be the case? Well, if you're doing like really easy cardio versus say a very intense leg day, probably going to burn more calories on leg day. Okay, when I say burn more calories, I'm talking about in the moment burning more calories. Okay, so like during the workout. So I talked about weight training and how it can create EPOC, right? Excessive post-exercise oxygen consumption, which is basically just a fancy term for the body's going through its repair process, essentially. Okay, and some other stuff over the next number of hours. And so that's going to consume more energy. You're going to be in a heightened state of metabolism. So you're going to burn more energy after the workout when you weight train, more so than after cardiovascular work. Okay. But during the cardiovascular work, on average, you will burn more calories. So cardio, in essence, is better for weight loss in the moment. Okay, you get a direct exchange. With weight training, you're getting more of an investment. Okay, so you're not burning as much energy on the spot, but you are getting a little bit more of that EPOC. And of course, you're building muscle, and as you build muscle through time, you are becoming more and more energy inefficient, right? You are using more energy every day. The more muscle mass you have, the more energy your body takes to just sustain itself, okay? And there's other reasons which we went through as to why, weight training is good for fat loss. But if we're looking just for, and this is typically what articles will talk about when people say or articles say that cardiovascular works better for fat loss, it is in essence for the direct time exchanged. You go into an hour hard cardio, you're going to burn more calories versus weight training. So that is true, and so it's better for fat loss in that regard. But long term, especially sustained fat loss, keeping fat off, weight training is better, right? It's better. Let's quickly go through this. It's better because you have more muscle mass, you can burn more energy. It's better because you're going to be able to manage blood sugar better, right? For several reasons, which we went through the other day. It's better because you're going to get greater production of growth hormone release. You're going to get greater production of catocalin hormones like ephedrine and epinephrine. These are basically hormones that circulate in the bloodstream and burn fat. What was the third? What was it? There was one more reason too, right? Why am I missing it? Better blood sugar management, and of course the EPOC. So we already talked about that. Okay. So increased metabolism, EPOC, increased blood sugar management, more of the catocalamin hormones, and of course a rise in the GH levels. Okay. All right, 5 minutes here. Next question here: is coffee good for energy? Okay, so this is interesting, right? People say that caffeine gives them energy. So caffeine, there's no energy in caffeine, okay? There's no energy in coffee unless you're adding cream or milk or sugar to it. There is no energy in there. There's no calories, okay? Well, there might be like 1 or 2 calories, like literally 1 or 2. There's basically no energy in it. So where does the energy come from? Well, it comes from the fact that caffeine is a stimulant, right? It stimulates the adrenal glands to produce more adrenaline, and so, you know, it's a stimulant in that regard. So you're going to feel like you're stimulated. Now, where does the energy come from? Well, so that stimulates the nervous system, so you feel like alert and awake, and then your heart rate elevates, and as such, you have to, there's got to be some energy, right? That's fueling all of this. So naturally, the body's going to pull from its energy reserves. So stored glycogen in the muscles, the liver, fat, tissue, okay, and of course, sugar in the bloodstream. So, so coffee is good as a stimulant. It's actually a very good ergogenic aid. So it's actually a good thing to have before you play sports. Well, it depends on the sport, I suppose. Definitely a good ergogenic aid before you weight train. Okay. In terms of waking up your nervous system and giving you that alertness. I mean, it is a diuretic, so, you know, in that regard, it's not good for performance it's not good for long-term performance, but for short-term performance, it's very good. Okay. So, coffee in and of itself is not an energy source. Okay. So don't get confused with that. All right, day 40, message of the day. Time flies, and you're the pilot. Time flies, and you're the pilot. So take advantage. You make what you make. You make the bed that you lie in, okay? You are responsible for where you are today. You are always in control, virtually. Okay? So you are the pilot. You are the navigator. You make the choices day to day. You make all those micro choices that lead you to where you are in this moment. So I want to remind you that time is going by, but you have control. Yes, you do. As much as you may think you don't, you do. Okay? Within reason, of course. We don't choose the day that we die. Hopefully we don't. Right? But most of life, we have full control. Right? So make the most of it. Time flies and you are the pilot. Take advantage of this challenge. Fulfill those pillars, for God's sakes. There are people writing me and saying that they did 0 cardio, 0 workouts. Seriously? Really? What's your excuse for that? Okay? It's 3 workouts per week, 3 cardio sessions. It's not hard. It's 4.5 hours per week. It's less than 3%. It's less than 3% of your week. It's less than 3% of your week. I'm not exaggerating. It's less than 3%. Just do the math. 4.5 hours, 168 hours in a week. Do the math. Okay? Submit, commit, people. All right, positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself. And for God's sake, send me your gratitude. I asked for your gratitude list. 5 things. You know, last challenge and the challenge before, people did a much better job. I'm just saying. And I gotta quit playing with this thing. And you guys are doing it. So I think this is why I need to send out a text message with the video, because I just don't think you're watching the videos. Well, I know you're not watching the videos because I look at the views and there's like 30 views and there's 60 of you. So like half of you don't watch the videos. And I think that's a mistake because you're not learning. And I think actually the most important thing in these videos is the accountability, right? It keeps you accountable. Because every day I'm thinking about you, and it's important that you know that. Because it keeps you more accountable. Because I'm thinking about you. You think I don't think about you, but I do. I want to see you do well in this challenge. Which, by the way, your next scans are coming up in about 9 days. FYI. All right? Okay, that's it. Enough ranting on my part. Submit, commit, make things happen, Time flies, and you are the pilot. Get on things, folks. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful evening. I'm out of here. Bye.